We are live. There you go. It's popping up there on my phone. Look at that. We're live. You need Jamie to tell me. Yes, that's right, folks. You know before we know. That's right. We are live here in the Hungarian for an ILR practice race, a trial race, Jamie. Just to explain, as a league owner yourself and co-commentator here, can you tell us what this trial race is all about?
So essentially what a trial race is all about is to give drivers an opportunity who are in the reserves, essentially to show their pace and to kind of like study their racecraft and such. So like, it's one of those things where like we have 15 plus reserve drivers and we want to see who is really good, and I don't want them to rot in the reserves. So like I want them to come out and show what they have and hopefully, get a full-time drive for next season. And obviously, the more drivers we have, we might even consider opening up the league maybe a bit more. But that's all I'm going to say for now. Essentially what it is just a test just to see how everyone gets along on the track, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one today.
Yeah, well, we had some good races at the weekend, didn't we, in Brazil? So, I mean, be
Oh
sure if
yeah.
you're just viewing for the first time to have a look at those, and maybe in the future get in contact with the ILR if you want a drive and you want to take part in these trial races as we build up to the 2017 game. We're now a month away, Jamie, so
A month away. So if you
not
if
long
you
now.
if you are watching the stream, the Twitter is ILR League on Twitter, and if you want to come and see us, just pop in and give us a DM. Our DMs are open, so if you want to drive, just drop your PSN, and we'll be glad to sort things out from there. But yeah, essentially we're here in Hungary. It's one of my personal favorites on TV, not one of my favorites to drive, but what's your thoughts on Hungary?
Well, that's an interesting point, Jamie, because in my opinion, I love driving it and hate watching it on the telly. It's a strange one, but it's going to be an enjoyable race, I think. I think the tyre strategy is going to be really exciting to see what's coming ahead of us, and to get an idea of what these reserves and trialists are capable of. So let's have a quick rundown then of the trialists and who we have running here today. I'll wait to get the page up. There it is there. And we have got in here today, we've got myself and Jamie as commentators, and Jack Gooden as well. He's just here as he's a league owner. And we've got Ritson, Nicola, and Tau and Zalan. They're all racers. They have all raced in the series. They're all in it this season. Then we have got Switchy out there on the track in the Force India. And Switchy is a trialist, first time trialist. You what, mate? He has been racing quite a few times this season. He's missed quite a few races, so he's trialling his pace, finding his pace, so we know which league to put him in. Will it be ILR 1, ILR 2? So that's the kind of feeling we have with him. With MK Born, we've seen him recently in Monaco, Jamie. I wasn't there for Baku, but in Monaco he certainly impressed till he crashed. Isn't that
Oh
right?
yeah. He's a very quick driver. He just needs to, keep it clean at times. Just keep it on track. But he has a lot of pace, and he looks very promising. And he's definitely someone I hope to see in the full seat for next season.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rinky Morris, we've seen a lot of him as well take
Oh
part
yeah.
in a few races this season. So hopefully he can get a full-time seat. He is driving out there in the Red Bull at the moment. The main aspect, he's a first-time trialist. First time, I believe. And he's in the Manor car. We have got RWE, he's a reserve driver. So he'll be looking to stake a claim. Randoms is full-time at the moment. He's out there on the track. George is a trialist for the new season.
He has looked
Duro.
promising though. He has looked promising. I do like George.
Yeah, absolutely. And Duro, I think he was out there at the weekend. He was on track at the weekend, was he not?
Yeah, he was. He was. I believe he showed up to race actually last Sunday. What was?
Yeah, and he had decent pace as well in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Pacifian, he was there at the weekend. He's a trialist. He was there at the weekend, and he also was racing down the back end of the pack. So we'll be looking to improve his pace here. Arctic Monkey, he's a trialist, as is. I am not saying that name. Who the hell is that?
Who?
Suman. Nah. Forget it.
Ew.
No,
Are you talking
no
about
way.
Shimasi?
No, there's a guy on this in this thing I've been showing, which is Siomelantaja. Alright, forget that. Right, that
Oh
could be
dear.
one. I
Yeah.
take it that is who that is.
It might
I
be.
take it that is Shimasi. It must be, because I've not found Shimasi anywhere else on the screen. Can we get the producer? Can we get the producer,
Yeah.
please? Yeah, anyway. Then we've got Ace of Pace. We know he's quick, Jamie. He's raced
Oh,
in
yeah.
our leagues, and we know he is rapid. Reserve seat for next season confirmed, and he's just finding his gauge where he is at the moment.
I just have to say that these are some very impressive drivers. I'm just looking at the times right now. It's Switchy 1-on-1 who's on pole at 19.9, followed by Shimasi, who's also on a 19.9. So there are some quite rapid drivers that we're starting to see here.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a few ILR1 contenders very, very quickly here.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely.
Goodness
Some
me,
promising looking pace.
Switzy did a 19.915 and Shimasi's less than just about half a tenth away. Wow, goodness me. Super soft tyres on. Just a quick round up again. We've got Slayers out there, he's a trialist. And Gaming Freak Plus, he was a maybe. I don't know if he turned up. Is he here, Gaming Freak Plus? Has he turned up?
I don't believe he has. I don't see him on the list. I can just double check.
He has. Anyway, Jamie, I am now going to quit away from this shitty menu and go onto the racetrack and have a look at the cars out there at the moment.
So let's see who we have out here on a lap. I think Ace of Pace might be on a lap. He hasn't set a time yet. He's still down in 16th. But I've raced Ace of Pace on this track before. I think this is one of his favorites. He uses the wheel, and I think the wheel works very well in Hungary. And I think he enjoys it a lot. But he is I think he's rapid here.
He has run well, so we'll get to see if he can get up the sharp end and maybe put it on the pole and move Switchy off, who's making a very, very early impression, isn't he, Jamie? Very good time.
Very good time. Early in the session too. So I could see him improving in the future. Probably towards the end of the session, I could probably see like a 19.6 for pole.
You think so? We could go as close as a 19.6. Goodness
a 19.6. I could see that being pole.
Games in this session then. So Switchy out there. I think he's on an out lap actually. Is he bringing the tyres in or an in lap? Quite hard to tell. What do you think the strategy will be, Jamie? We go into this a bit unknown as it's a trial race. We don't really have any research going into it. From what I've seen before, I've always used to run the harder compound or the soft compound at the start of the race round here, but that might be different. But,
I think it's going to be a super soft to medium soft.
I think the optimum strategy.
That's the optimum strategy, yeah, where you don't want to burn the tires out too much. I can see that being the race strategy for today. Super soft, medium soft is Ace Pace locks up just a bit, heading into the final sector. This corner here is a lot of camber on it. Not one of my favorites, but it's incredible to watch in this camera view. And you run the final 180-degree corner. Don't want to run wide. Keep it in line. Ace of Pace up to the line. There's a manner going the wrong way round. I think it's Zalin. What in the world?
Ace is disqualified.
Disqualified.
And Ace of Pace is going
Ace of Pace goes top.
We said it, Jamie. He 19.8, he goes a 10th quicker. We said we knew he was quick round here, and he's proven it. The commentators are clearly clued up. I'm going to go right on board with Switchy, who is on a lap at the moment, looking to the spot. He's currently 600ths down on a pole time set at the moment, just a moment ago by Ace of Pace. He's going through the tight, twisty middle sector so hard on the tyres through here as he now heads down towards the final part of the lap. Then he's got a 90 right, then two looping long hairpins, one to the left and one to the right. Here comes the one on the left then. Switchy chucks it in and the car responds, flowing through there now into the long final corner, and he's coming into the pits.
And he's coming to the pace. I think he may have made a mistake on a lap.
And that's an anti-climax. So George is on an in lap. We've got you what mate starting one, and we'll right over you what mate. He's starting a flying lap. Jimmy, let's have a wee ride around the Hungarian then as he heads down into the difficult turn 2. Quite a few long corners like that in the racetrack, isn't there?
Oh yeah. You want to get the tires have to have the right pressure, and your suspension has to be spot on, because there's a lot of corners of the awkward camber where you can look up very easily. So it just slides right past the Renault up into this uphill section. It's very easy,
winding corner.
Very easy to understeer there if you don't get the line right. And through this chicane, make sure you don't mount the curbs. He stays shy from that curb. You want to be as aggressive as you can on these corners here, and try not to slide wide on the curbs. He keeps it in line. Bit of the rear end kicking out down to sector 2. Very nice line. Don't run that wide. This has actually been a pretty solid lap. He's only 5/10 off the pace as he goes through.
The car doesn't look too planted. The car doesn't look too planted, but it's certainly in the front end it's coming in. But the back end just wants to slide a little bit as he heads now into the penultimate turn and then into the pit lane. Oh, for goodness sake, guys, come on, complete some laps. So
I think the main
Who else
aspect's
they
on the
got out there
flyer.
pushing? We've got Duro
Oh, maybe
in the
not.
Ferrari in the final part of the lap. We've seen him running well in ILR 1 at the weekend. Currently 10th quickest, 1.4 off the pace. He's on the super soft tyre. And he's
Backing
backed
off.
out of it as well. So Nicolo's just gone 9th quickest I see. He's moved up from 13th as MK Bourne starts a lap, Jamie, and that's one we want to watch. Currently
That's the one we
14th,
wanna
2
watch,
seconds
yeah.
off the pace, but we know he's quick. We've seen it in Monaco.
Oh, the main aspect's want to
aspect's
get
in the
out.
way, and he
Oh!
stays in the way. Goodness me, that was close, Jamie, wasn't it?
That was very close. I think it may have been a bit of lag because he seems to have his entire Renault in one piece, but it is lagging just a tad bit. Oh yeah, a bit
Yeah,
of
it's
lag
lagging
there.
a lot, and for that reason, I'm not watching it anymore
Yeah.
as he lags around the racetrack. So I'm going to have a quick rundown of the order at the moment. We have got Ace of Pace on top with a 1 minute 19.8. Second is Switchy, a 1:19.9. He's actually out there on a lap, I believe, at the moment, Jamie. If we can
Oh, let's go see that.
find Switchy. Where is he?
I think
Switchy's
it's
there.
a
No, he's
warm-up
no, he's
lap.
not. Yeah, it's a warm-up lap, my goodness me. Shimase is a 1:19.9, so we'll get just 1:10 separating the top three, Jamie. Really close, isn't it?
This is actually very close because the top 10 is within about a second.
Yep. The main aspect, he's 4th, 1:20.0, and George is 5th on the 1:20.3. A wee 3.3 gap between 4th and 5th. You want me 6th as a 1:20.3, Tau a 1:20.6 and 7th. We've got Stanley, the Swiss driver, in 8th, Nicolo 9th, and Silent Assassin currently rounding out the top 10. Euro is in 11th, Jack Gooding 12th, Ritson 13th, RWE 14th, MK Bourne 15th, and yet to show his pace, Rinky Morris 16th, and Liverpool will never walk alone 17th. Randoms is 18th. Zalon disqualified. So, Jamie, you said a 19.6. You think that's what you can see in the final
I can
run
see
at
that
the end of
being.
the session?
I can see that being pole, and we can see even here Switch is just about to begin his, I guess, one of his final runs. I could see this being a quicker lap. 19.6 is definitely possible here though, especially with the evolving
let's stay
track.
on board then, as Switchy lines it up there, and he heads across the start-finish line to begin a flying lap there, and the Mercedes engine singing in the back of that Force India, hits the brakes just beyond the 100-metre board and turns in for the first corner. Lovely bit of curb onto the apex, don't get the curb on the exit, don't want to reduce your traction, and he heads down now towards turn 2. Throw
Oh,
it
look how
in then,
cloudy it
hang it
is.
out, get the throttle early because you've got a long run down the hill before you're back on the brakes, isn't that right, Jim? You want to be quick through there.
You want it very quick. Yep. Want to get the power on just
And
as quick as you can.
absolutely committed through here, almost flat out, a little dab of the brakes in, down a few gears and then into this long right-hander, sweeping up the hill, and as you've said earlier on, you must get the line right. Very easy to
Very
understeer wide.
easy.
Now into my favourite section of the racetrack, tight twisty, very much like Monaco really, through the chicane, then it all comes at you quickly, left, then right, and then a little squirt, and then left again, and then you really need to commit, Jamie, if you want to end the sector
Absolutely
well, don't you?
throw
Here,
it in
look
this
at that.
corner. Don't want to put it on that curb though, it can go all wrong.
Yep, absolutely. Pushing hard then into the third from last corner. Looking pretty good here, Switchy. You could be closing in on the pole time.
I can see this being fastest.
Well, final corner then. What can he do? Switchy hanging it in there, looking to get on the throttle. A couple of dabs at the throttle there. You can see that on the right hand side.
Brilliant
Up the line.
line.
DRS open. Does he go any quicker? No,
No.
he stays second. It looked a tiny lap.
That looked
but
like a
not
very
tiny
clean
enough
lap.
to
Oh, he was
remove
30 thousandths off.
30
Oh, Wingsman's on.
off.
Apparently, Wingsman's on a flyer though. Ace of
Wingsman
Pace.
out there. Let's see if we can find him on the racetrack.
Oh wow, sliding to that
Huge
foot.
kick of oversteer as he
Wow.
got into the penultimate turn. Throws it into the final corner, and he's on the throttle much earlier than his rivals, and he's heading for the line.
Up
And
to the
he
line,
is
does he
currently
improve?
fastest. Does he go any quicker?
Yes, he does. It's he goes 50 thousandths quicker. He's 19.8 dead. So 19.8.
Yeah, 19.8 dead. Stretching his advantage by a few hundredths and a few tenths.
And he lost a tenth.
He got
He
a
almost
tenth
lost a
clear,
tenth
I
and a
think.
half in sector 1. It was a tenth and a half slower. So that would have been a 19.6 that he'd matched his first sector 1 time. Wow.
Well. Ace of Pace then, showing that he's the man to beat. A 1/10 deficit now for Switchy to try and close in. The guys in third and fourth are, I believe, not on track. In fact, no, Shimase
Shimase
is
is on
on
track.
track. I think he's on a warm-up lap.
He might be. He
About
just
to
ran
begin one,
wide.
Jamie, so this might be one to watch.
Let's see this lap.
Shimase, the top three separated by just over a tenth. So the 2 Force India is going very strongly here, aren't they?
Oh yeah, very strong showing as Shimase backs off to give his teammate space. Just wants to clear the Mercedes. Force India comes in, and here we go. On board with Shermasi for his lap. Or you don't want to understeer on this corner. Hold it tight, open the DRS, and down the line we go, flying on the way to turn 1. There's a local yellow that I've seen all session long, but hopefully this Rinky Morris sees him. Yep, braking at the 100-meter board, tucking it in for turn 1. Don't want to run the car too wide. You can lose a lot of grip, and that can ruin your lap before it's even begun. And now you want to get the braking right for this corner, throw it in just right. You don't want to look up. It's very easy to look up that inside right as he puts the wheel in the curb and he slides just a tad bit. Misses the apex for turn 3. But I think a lot of time can be found here if you can just nail turn 4 up to the line. A bit passive, but not too bad. Now you want to hold the car in for this line. You don't want to understeer on the curb too much. And just look how dark the clouds are getting. Surely the track temperature is falling off.
Yeah, well, that might be the reason why nobody else is improving. Well, yeah. Ace of Pace has only just gone quicker, but the Force India's out there. Can Shimasi do what his teammate couldn't do and jump ahead of that flying Red Bull of Ace of Pace? He heads now down in towards the final part of this lap. Here we go then. This is the business end of it. He needs to commit then. What can Shimasi do? Locking the right front there. Ooh. As he headed into the third from last corner. Now into these two long sweeping hairpins. Into the first he goes. Get on the throttle nice and early. Don't have too much over there. And he comes
in on the pits. I think it's too. I think it's a lot of people are retiring. Maybe it's just the track temperatures aren't there.
Maybe. I can tell you, Rinky Morris is coming around the final corner. Currently 16th quickest, 2 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, everyone's retired.
And he stays that way at the moment. Nicolo's currently 12th. He now goes 11th. A lot of people retiring, as you say. And you have to agree with you, Jamie. The clouds are looking very murky, very dark.
Oh, yeah.
All around the circuit. Well, we see that tomorrow. Any rain? I've not checked the weather. But mostly the drivers out left on the track are down the bottom end of the field. And we've got Liverpool You'll Never Walk Alone in the final part of the lap. So he might be the one to watch at the moment, Jamie.
Who's that one?
Liverpool. He's 18th and last at the moment. Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in. He's abandoned it. Never mind.
No grip. There's no grip on track.
So that leaves us with Rinky, to be honest. He seems like the only man that's out there pushing for a lap time then. The Flying Dutchman, what can he do? Reserve, but he's raced a few times this season. Nothing spectacular, but he's scored some points, hasn't he, Jamie? He's put in some solid performances.
He put in some solid performances. I mean, I gotta say the field's pretty tight. He's in 16th and he's only 2 seconds off. This is actually a very tight looking field.
Yeah, I think we're in for a cracking race, Jamie. You know that.
Oh yeah, I could see this being a good race. Just hopefully.
Actually, you know, Jamie, it's actually raining. It is actually beginning to spit.
It's raining.
Rain, I think I've seen spits and spots. As Rinky heads for the line then. Can he improve on 16th and 2 seconds off the pace? No, he can't. The rain is coming down and it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the rain is
16th. So, let's have a look as we wait for Juro to come into the pits. So what do you think of that, Jamie? The session over? As my mic continues to slip and fall. Is the session over, Jamie? What do you think then?
Yeah,
who's looking good? The 2 Force Indias or Ace of Pace?
The 2 Force Indias and Ace of Pace. They're looking mighty quick, mate. I can see that being a very saucy looking turn 1. Hopefully the Force Indias will get there in one piece, but as I'm looking for Jack's invite, there it is. Oh yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to join the session back. It's being a bit weird. I don't know if it'll let me join. Oh yeah, there it is. I have to join through the friends list. Goodness sake. Alright. So I'll just have you back out and then I'll invite you. Just 1 moment. Alright, but shout out to all the guys who are taking part in ILR Le Mans today. Good luck and God bless. As I just wait for Andy to rejoin. Give me a moment, lads. Okay, there we go.
Oops. I left the wrong thing.
Ah, you're good, man.
Right, we're back in a minute. I'll leave the session.
Yeah. All good. Let me know when you can rejoin the session.
Yep, I will do, Jamie. So, what do you think, Jamie? What do you think for this race? I mean, it's going to be good fun. I mean, we've got, obviously, as we've said, the two Force Indias trying to beat the Red Bull. Do you think they'll use alternate strategies during the race to beat them?
I can see them using the same strategy. The super soft, medium soft. You never really want to end on the hardest tire. Well, that's in my personal preference, but I could see it being a super soft, medium soft, with both of them fighting for who's going to pit first.
Well, it's going to be an enjoyable race, very exciting, and we can't forget either Zalan down the back of the pack. So
oh yeah, that's gonna be an overtakes masterclass from Zalan. I expect it. Hey,
I can now spectate, Jamie, so I'm now going to join.
Good man. On board with me.
We're all set to get going once again. Then it's an overcast race. That's what I'm hearing. Overcast.
Oh yeah, it's well overcast.
So no sign of rain in this Grand Prix. But we're all set for the formation lap. And down the front of the field, who have we got? We've got, of course, Ace of Pace starting on the pole position. Who's hoping, he's already got his seat confirmed for ILR next season.
Oh yeah.
And is continuing to prove that he is well and truly ready. He's the man that starts this race from pole position. You've got Switchy right behind him, who also looks very quick, and he'll be slightly disappointed, Jamie, to have missed out on that pole.
It's one of those things too that, like, you never know, because the rain came. So I guess the best he can do now is just keep his head on, or keep his head down, and try and impress us, or impress at least ILR. But he's not like he's not doing it right now. He's been very impressive. So he almost puts it in the grass there, but it's gonna be a good race. We've got Ace of Pace leading us through turn 4. He is followed by Switchy, who was only what 0.05, 50 thousandths off the pace, and then he's followed in by his teammate, who was even 50 thousandths off him, Shimasi. Both of these guys looking very promising. The main aspect in 4th in the manor, who's also had an underratedly good showing in qualifying. He's looking to make an impact. We've got Tawa 78 in 5th in the Williams. He's always been a pretty strong driver, in my opinion. George is in the other Williams. He's followed in 6th. I believe he uses the Thrustmaster T80, so I have to give him credit. That's a very difficult wheel to drive with in this game. Stanley in the Mercedes, I believe in the Mercedes, he's down in 7th. You What Mate in 8th. Ritson in 9th. The Silent Assassin is in the other Mercedes. He's down in 10th. Nicolo in the Renault, he's down in 11th place. He's followed in by Joru, who's in 12th in the Ferrari. Jack Gooding, 13th in the Haas.
Nicolo's actually gone for the mediums.
Oh, he's going for an alternate strategy. Jack's on the softs too. RWE is in the Ferrari. He's down in 14th. We've got MK Bourne in 15th. Rinky Morris 16th. Random 17th. Liverpool, You'll Never Walk Alone in the barriers on my screen 18th. My AI 19th. Andy's AI in 20th. And Zalan down in 21st.
Who has gone for the soft tyre? Will that be the one of choice? A few drivers gone for mediums outside the top 10. A few of them gone for softs. Will it work out for them? It certainly worked out at the weekend in Brazil. Let's get ready for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Can Wingsman be shot down, or Ace of Pace as we know him, shot down by the two Force Indias? We'll find out in a moment's time. Come on, Charlie. Where's the lights? We're sitting waiting, my man.
I think it's glitched.
Left the session.
Because I'm in my car and my 4 lights are on. That does make me think of it.
An issue? Are we having an issue?
A technical issue, yeah. Hold on a minute.
We are. Isn't that just brilliant?
Let me quit out and see if that fixes it. Because it's put me in my car for some reason. I'm going to exit and rejoin as quick as possible. Let me know if the 5 lights are still taking its sweet time.
They're going out now, Jamie. They're going out now.
Alright, let me join back in. So I have to... Yeah. Oh.
Jason Pace out of the Grand Prix. George has crashed as well. Absolute mayhem. 2 cars out of the race already, Jamie. Ace of
What
Pace
has happened there?
after the collision with Switchy, and then we've got Nicolo bouncing down the grass with serious damage as well. Absolute mayhem. We've lost George, and as well, absolute chaos. So many drivers out of the race, and the main protagonist, the favourite, is gone on the first lap before the first corner. Absolutely ridiculous, and now more carnage.
Oh, there's more cars, more carnage. What have I missed?
We've lost Tau. Easy enough. He's wrapped up against the barrel. Him and Stanley are in the wall. Absolute chaos. These trialists at the moment not covering themselves in glory, but out in front, it's the main aspect.
The main aspect
on the grid. He's jumped ahead of, no, it wasn't Switchy that came to blows, I don't think. Well, it was either one of the Force Indias, but Switchy's now second. Third is Retson. Where the hell did he start?
Where did he come from? I think he was in 9th or something like that. 9th.
Yeah, the grid is totally mixed up now. Jack Goody from 13th is now 4th. Rinky is 5th from 16th in the grid. RWE is 6th. And those guys on soft, Jack Gooding and Rinky, have got a good chance of getting into this race, Jimmy, on those other tyres.
But he's full. Wow, look, geez, I'm running on the background, almost putting in the wall. But Jack's in a good position. I think he's followed in by Rinky, who's has the Ferrari defending, or I think attacking the Renault. I think that's RWE on Nicolo.
Defending, Jamie. He was defending from Nicolo, RWE, I'm pretty sure. And Nicolo's going to go side by side into turn 2. He's going to go right back up the inside.
Right down the inside.
Good jostling between those 2 cars, and Nicolo takes the place away from RWE. Nicolo 6th, RWE into 7th. Meanwhile, out in front, it's the main aspect leading from Switchy. What a turn up for the books this is. The whole field is totally been turned around by that chaotic start.
What happened?
Winsman crashed with one of the Force Indias on the run down to turn 1, bounced into the barrier and out of this Grand Prix. George was also unfortunate and he retired as well.
Oh, the main aspect!
The main aspect slides!
Oh, how did he save that?
And Switchy is going to come alongside and take the lead. And watch out, here comes Retson as the main aspect. Takes a lunge up the inside. Running wide now is Switchy, and Retson tries to mug the pin.
Oh, there's contact!
Retson back wheels, 3 wide into the penultimate corner, and the main aspect takes it back again.
That was a bit messy from main aspect, but he really committed down to the inside, and the Force is going to be defending from Ritson in the back. But my oh my, what was that all about? Goodness gracious me!
That was incredible. I think
Risson's got
triggered by the main aspects. Huge slide on the grass going through the high-speed right-hander before the end of the second sector. He slid wide, then through went Switchy with the momentum on the run down to the next turn. The main aspect literally chucked it up the inside in hope. Taking evasive action was Switchy. That allowed Ritson to get involved. The 3 of them went together into the penultimate turn. Ritson banged wheels with Switchy, and the main aspect picked up where he left. Back into the lead of the Grand Prix. Good stuff, Jamie.
Good stuff. I have to say, even though he went wide, that was actually some good bit of racing there. As I think Rinky is still, he's being followed in by Nicolo. The battle for 4th is definitely on here. It'll be good to see, just to give everyone, or battle for 5th, I apologize. It's good to see everyone getting a bit of TV time to see how they handle the pressure. But this will be a good fight to watch. I think Nicolo's on the medium, so I think the Red Bull will have the advantage in the S section, the softs definitely. But as the Ferrari one's well wide. Oh, whoa, what's going on back there? Oh, there's a Renault on the wall. Who was that? That was MK Bourne. Oh, with a bit of lag. Oh my. But I think he tried to go side by side with the Manor to the S's, and that didn't work out.
Lead, Jimmy.
Battle for the lead.
Having a look at the main aspect of the run down to turn 1. Ritson having a look. Will he go dive up the inside? He certainly will have a go.
Oh.
And he turns back of him. Makes a little step across the grass. He'll survive and live the day, but that was a little bit risky from Ritson. And now he might pay for it with Switchy all over the back of him. What a duel between the front 3. Oh wow, we're set up for a cracking race if it continues like this as MK Bourne departs.
That was a bit cheeky, I have to say, from the Manor there. As the lap times are a bit messed up. But the racing is quite good. As Risson's trying to take a look down the inside, now he thinks twice. Some very close battling, but just really interested to see how these cars, Hungary's not an easy track to overtake, so drivers are going to be a bit more desperate to get moves done. but hopefully that won't affect the quality of the racing. So far, so good with between the leaders here.
Well, what a duel. Look at them, they're all following one another. And look, Ritson is just waiting for the moment. He had to go the last time round, and I think he's going to have to be even bolder on the brakes, and that says a lot as they head into the penultimate turn. The main aspect is looking in his mirrors at every possible opportunity, because Ritson is one who will try a dive up the inside. We've seen it before. We've seen it on the previous lap, for goodness sake. And he'll probably try again then as they go across the line. The Mariner goes defensive to the inside already. He knows it's coming. And what will Ritson do? He goes to the outside. Will he try and run him right round the outside?
Nah.
No, he can't. What about the switchback, Jamie? The switchback might be on. And they're going to go side by side again. Can Ritson try and steam right round the outside? He's going to try and do it. He's got to try. And that will surely allow Switchy through. And it does.
And that allows Switchy through. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Naughty from the main aspect. He was really forcing it almost off the track. And these three, I tell you what, they're not too concerned about rubbing paint with one another, are they? Trading paint.
Oh, no.
Goodness me.
That's a bit questionable driving there, but I guess, you know, I have to defend hard. And it's gonna allow, is that Switchy to have a look at the leader. Let's see if he can get the job done. Let's see if he can do what Ritson couldn't do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Switchy's now in the position, of course. You can't overtake Ritson as easily on the previous lap because Ritson's got the DRS, but now the main aspect won't have DRS and Switchy will have the opportunity. So where do you think, Jamie, on this racetrack are the best places to overtake? It's very tough to say, but scarce opportunities.
I'm gonna have to say the best places it can overtake is easily turn 1 and turn 2. That's the only places you can get it moved on this track.
Would you say that at the end of that second sector on the brakes there's a chance as well?
Yeah. If the leading car has a bad run out of the corner, then yeah, I'll say it does.
Well, I'll tell you what, there might be another chance here into turn 2. And look at that, Ritson getting involved a little bit. The main aspect then, will Switchy dive for the inside? It's ambitious if he does, and he chooses against it as the three leaders race round the second corner into turn 3, and they're really tightly packed now. And this is allowing Jack Gooding to close in on those tyres. He's 9.3 off. He's not really catching them at all.
No, not
struggling
at all.
a little bit on those soft tyres.
I think the leaders are actually pulling away at quite a rate, despite battling each other. They're actually pulling away pretty quickly. I think Ritson has the advantage over Switchy though, because Ritson can get closer to Switchy than Switchy can get to the main aspect. So I think the only person that can win this battle, I think, is Ritson. But it all depends if he can get past main aspect. He's got a bit of a hard defending main aspect, so it'll be interesting to see how he does wheel-to-wheel racing. But they're not afraid to rub paint with each other. We've seen that a couple times before.
Yep, absolutely. There's just a quick change of position.
He's run well wide. He's well off the track, and that's going to promote switching to the lead. And now switching battle for first with Ritson. Whoa, main aspect went well wide.
Well, he's come into the pits, the main aspect. Into the pits he comes. I didn't see that. I was watching a battle further down.
Illegal defending there from Switchy, going back and forth, kind of like Hamilton, Malaysia 2010. Weaving to break the toe from Ritson. Ritson tries to follow, but Switchy holds the position in turn 1. That was some very cheeky attempt to break the slipstream there.
Well, he done it, and that's all that matters. Is the main aspect rejoins the track, Jamie, and you called it. I think that's a set of mediums. No, it's a set of softs for the main aspect.
He might do softs at the end.
I tell you what, he's not in clean air either. He's going to have to battle here with Stanley, side by side, the two of them. And it looks to me like the main aspect's going to dive up the inside into turn 2. Side by side they go, and he goes through. Beautiful stuff. Crucial move for the main aspect. Up into 9th place, Jamie. Lovely.
Yeah, I have to say he has a very aggressive type of driver. I'll give it to him, but hey, you know, I mean, it's one of those things. I do like the way he drives. He just needs to tone it down just a bit. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. It is a trial, but that was a good move. I'll give it to him. As he hunts down, who was that Ferrari? Is going well slowly in front of him. That's oh, it goes right around the outside of RWE. How did he do that?
Yeah. Aggressive maybe, but also beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah, that was
right
stunning.
Right the outside. A Switchy dives for the pits, Jamie.
Switchy dives for the pits. All right, is Ritson still out?
Yep. Ritson's going for another one, and probably his final one.
So what tires does Richie get on?
So
it's going to be a set of the soft tires.
So he's matching what what you call it, the main aspect's done. So will he be out ahead or behind? The main aspect got the move done into turn 2 early enough, so he should be emerge ahead with that undercut. Yeah. And here we go, side by side. The main aspect takes the place. Wow. And moves into what would be a net second place, having lost 2 places moments ago. Gets one of them back, and now Ritson is going to be so close to these guys, isn't he, when he comes in?
Yeah, because Switchy had a clean lap, and the main aspect had to overtake people, and he still got the undercut. So that means that bless Ritson when he tries to pit in for the overcut. I think he's going to come out well behind these guys.
You think so? Well,
yeah.
18.5 seconds is the gap between 6th place, the main aspect, and the leader. So it's going to be very interesting. Ritson, if he's going to have to do it, he's going to do it. He's going to have to come in soon. He leads at the moment. Jack Gooding struggling on his soft, running wide, and now under threat, actually. And losing out to Zalin, who's going long in his soft tires. He's already up to second from what was 21st. So Zalin's on the move. And could he figure in this race later on, Jamie? I know he's almost a pit stop down, 8 or 9 seconds out of sync.
I don't know. Because I think this track, because you can't one stop. You can one stop, but it's not the fastest way around. Who did Zalin get the move done on? Where's Ritson? Has Ritson pitted yet? Oh, this is going to be fun to watch. Ritson coming out of the pits. And he comes right behind main aspect and Switchy on the medium tires. As Andy has a bit of a technical issue. I'll take over the commentary for now. Just give me one moment. Okay, I'm back, and there is a train forming up here beyond. Oh, it's bad, Ghosted Salver. Never mind. But it is the manor leading from, or not leading, I should say. He's leading, oh, Ritson tries a late dive down the inside of the fourth cylinder. Does it pay off? No, it doesn't. The fourth cylinder gets the switchback, and he drops back to 7th. Goodness me. A bit desperate, definitely, but it's one of those things. It's a trial race. You have to try what you can. And I don't blame him for trying it, as the Force India has a run on the manor. This will be very close. Does he try anything? No, he backs out at turn 4. Brilliant stuff, though. Brilliant stuff. As I still wait for Andy to sort out his technical issues. Alright, who is leading this race? So what, Zalan, who's on a set of soft, is still leading the race. I say maybe if we get 5 more laps out of these tires, he can do a one-stop. And that'll be very interesting to see. Maybe he can get himself back into the mix for the race win here. A bit of a stretch as Niccolo and Jack spin. Oh, that was a silly attempt by Niccolo to get the move done there. I'm not too sure what he was doing, but a bit clownish. Oh, it's all kicking off back here. Goodness me. Switchy main aspect and Ritson all catching up to Jack. So Jack definitely has his mirrors full here. Or not Jack, sorry. What was the Red Bull? Rinky Morris is who they're all fighting here. So this will be a good one to watch. The Red Bull and Warren Sauce holding up the Fresh Soft runners. As the battle for third place is definitely on. And the move is, can Switchy get the move done here in the run down to turn 14, I believe it is. He's right in the slipstream. Is he going to make a dive? No, he doesn't. But Rissen's having a look on, who's that? Is that, he's making a look on Switchy as he runs him well off the track. As Switchy comes back and he spins. Oh, or that was Main Aspect, apologies. Main Aspect is spun. And that was a bit of interesting driving there. But Switchy has the run now on Rinky Morris, who's going to get very close and get the move done. It's coming out just by Ginger Andy's AI car. But he holds on and runs the Red Bull wide. Where has he gone? Oh, he's gone well off the track. There's a lot of Rissen through too. Sorry for the brief pauses. I'm just trying to sort out some technical issues.
Back,
but
Jamie.
hey, there you are, Andy. Yeah, I've been watching. There's been a couple of hits here. Ritson and
Jamie.
What's up? Ritson and the Main Aspect came together.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go. I'm sorted now.
There you go.
So
Ritson and Main Aspect that are coming together. I mean, Main Aspect kind of spun, and I think Zalin's going for a one stop, I believe.
Oh, for goodness sake. So you'll jump onto the medium tyre at the end of this spin.
Yep.
And go on to...
Let's see what lap times he's doing, though.
To the finish. So can Zalin from 21st win the race? With everybody else running into one another behind, there's every possibility, Jamie, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And
now,
I don't know, there have been some couple of choice moves in the back. Very interesting racing to see, but I don't know, a bit of work to be done. Not bad for a trial race. We had a couple of incidents here and there, but hey, that's why we do trial races, right?
Yep, absolutely. And Ritson's out there on the medium tyre. I see that's what he came in for. When Ritson rejoined the track, Jamie, where was he? Did he come out?
He came out right behind Switchy and Main Aspect, like right behind them.
I see. So he did lose out in that sense, and then
yeah,
came together with the Main Aspect.
Yeah.
The Main Aspect is now down in 6th place, and he's got Nicolo. Look at that, Jamie. A good fight there between 5th and 6th. Nicolo coming right across the front of Main Aspect, and they go side by side for the chicane, and Main Aspect
what a move.
goes through as if he wasn't even there. Beautiful.
What a move.
Absolutely beautiful move. He's pulled a few crackers off tonight. There's been a few questionable ones, but that was absolutely stunning once again,
Jamie. Oh, stunning move. I'll give him that. He actually put on some cracking moves. It does remind me of the 2015 Verstappen.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful moves. As Jack Gooding comes in, finally, Jamie, he's had enough of those tyres.
What tyres is he going on to?
Coming off. Zalin's done the same. So Zalin and Jack come in for their one stop, and I presume they're going to mediums. Can they take them to the end, Jamie? Is that possible from here?
I pitted on lap 15 and took my mediums 21 laps and had 75%. So it all depends on how these guys can manage the tires. I think they can do it.
Yeah, they should do it. Might be touch and go, but Zalin's rejoined in a net 4th place. So he's now going to the end of the race. And the question is, he is now, what, 8.3 seconds behind the leaders.
Oh,
the leaders have to stop
bad.
again. But the leaders will change tyres, Jamie, and have a run at them, that's for sure. Have a run at Zalin, who will lead this race eventually. So
and it's not a very long
Zalin,
pit lane.
Cling on, Jamie. He's 10 seconds behind, actually. 10 seconds it's showing up as now. So it's going to be questionable. It could be quite interesting, actually. 2 stop versus 1 stop.
Who is the leader of the race? That's the question.
Switchy is the man out front, and Ritson is the man hunting him down in 2nd. 3rd position in the Main Aspect. They are the front 3. They're all on the same strategy. Separated by 8.5, the 3 of them now. They were right next to one another at the start, but various bumps and bruises has split them up a little bit. Zalin is 4th. He's the one to watch on the alternate strategy, and he's catching up on the Main Aspect. Will the Manor cars switch around? But I don't think so in a trial race. It's very unlikely we'll see that.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, not in a trial race. It's like a friendly match in football. It doesn't really matter. It's like a bounce game. Who cares? So I don't expect those positions to be swapped about.
It does have
I
DRS.
think we could see some action between those two pretty soon, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, the DRS is all well open on Zalan's car. So there's going to be some action next lap, you best believe it.
Yep, and Zalan, believe it or not, on his medium tires is actually catching the leaders, 9.7 behind them now. And he's really lapping quickly. He could do with clearing the main aspect as soon as possible. So, down the hill, he goes down. The 2 miles are going to be rubbing wheels pretty soon. I can sense it in the slipstream. He's got no chance going down the inside.
No, not here.
There. We all know that. And now they go into this tricky long right-hander. He's going to size him up. We've got to run it wide, get on the throttle earlier and slingshot himself closer to the back of his teammate. Where can you see a move getting done now, Jamie? Is there any chance? Is he close enough down at the end of the sector?
I'm gonna have to say turn 2. He's gonna get them done at turn 2. He's not. He can't get it done here. Surely not.
Well, main aspect running a little wide. He may have a chance, Jamie.
You know, if he has a good run out of this corner, I can see him.
A good run. Let's find out. It's a reasonable run. Oh,
he's lost it a bit. He's lost it a bit. Main aspect defends.
Determined to get the move done early, and now he's all over the back of his teammate. His tires are dying. Zalan will down for the inside. The main aspect covers it off, and he's going to have to wait now, frustratingly, till at least turn 1 into the final corner. He's nearly pushing him round the corner. Zalan and off into the wall.
He's obliterated. Oh no, he's obliterated the rear tire. How has he done that?
That is an amateur error from a man who's been making some stunning moves this afternoon. Under the pressure from his teammate, he bounces off the wall and into the other wall on the other side of the racetrack. Out of the Grand Prix goes the main aspect, and Zalan will be delighted. Up into 3rd place he goes, and I'm surprised there's no safety car.
Oh, this is a this is a saucy fight here to watch. We've got who is this? You got Jack versus Stanley versus Rinky Morris versus RWE for 5th place here. I think RWE's on some.
Look at the 4 of them all on the line. Now this could be interesting.
The Ferrari hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. Not with the tires, not with those tires. You can see that the tires are well gone. Oh, the Red Bulls are trying to look on the outside of turn 4! Oh, no, but he runs wide. And the Mercedes leaves him just enough room. Wow!
RWE leads Ricky Morris, leads Stanley, leads Jack Gooding, the 4 of them in a line.
Ricky Morris down the inside.
And the chicane, the Ferrari cuts the corner. And now
3 wide!
For goodness sake.
Wow!
5th position goes Stanley. He takes 2 cars in 1 move. Unbelievable. Absolute
That's
chaos.
some brilliant stuff.
Ends up staying where he was despite overtaking someone. He's also been overtaken. Lovely battling that, as the Ferrari is simply wounded on those tires. He needs to come out of the pit.
He needs to come in.
Alarm bells ringing for those guys that pitted on lap 14, hoping to take on 21 laps, Jamie, isn't it?
Yeah, that's I think it might be better off being a 2-stop. The pit lane delta is not that long to make it worth doing a 1-stop.
Yeah, it's not. As they go across the line now, there's Jack Gooding about to line up a move from Rinky Morris. It won't be easy because Rinky has got the DRS. So into the first corner. Will Jack Gooding have a look? He has a little look, but thinks better of it, and he stays in 7th place. Good fight, this, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But this is gonna be Jack trying to clear Rinky Morris. I think Stanley's just gonna be able to pull a bit of a gap over Rinky. We'll see though, as Jack is looking ever feisty, trying to get past the 6th place Rinky Morris.
Can find a way through. Jack Gooding stuck behind Rinky as he closes up to the back of him. Rinky really struggling for the pace here, and Jack Gooding just lining him up. And will we see another move for 2 laps in a row down into the chicane? I think we might. Jack Gooding
thinks twice.
Thinks better of it. He's always been one for being cautious in the brakes. Is Jack Gooding?
Oh yeah.
He's never one to get his nose dirty, is he, Jamie? Doesn't like to get involved with that.
But it's a very smart driving style. You're getting less crashes because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you have to do it. It's do or die. If it's for a victory, you need to make a move. But Jack Gooding thinking better of it at the moment. But he's going to have to think about it soon because it's a track where it's notoriously difficult to overtake, and Stanley might get away. So he's going to have to think about it pretty soon as they come round the penultimate corner and into the final. As he can have another look at Rinky Morris. He follows him through the final turn, the exact same line, no going deep to get a better exit or anything like that. And here we go, the DRS is now open, and is he going to come past this time? This looks like a much better chance. Jack Gooding moves to the right hand side and outbreaks and outpaces the Red Bull into the corner, and he moves up into 6th place in the Hungarian GP trial race. Lovely move, isn't it?
Good move.
Stuff, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, good move. And I was going to try and hunt, see if we can try and hunt down Stanley. Try and spy. I think he can catch Stanley.
Yeah, he sure can. And I'll tell you what, the battle out front, Switchy against Bitson, the gap remaining at 2.8, it's barely shifting from there. 2.6 to 2.9 unmoved. So that's staying as it were. Switchy on softs and Ritson on mediums. Switchy softs, you would feel, starting to wear a little bit, Jamie.
Oof, yeah. As Rinky Morris blows the chicane completely. But yeah, those tires on his car aren't gonna last very much longer. I think he's probably gonna try and box for the mediums at the very end. But my goodness me, is it dark out there?
Yeah, it's cloudy. But we are told by Meteo France, the weather forecasters, that there is no rain, and
no rain expected.
I do not have my umbrella with me. I sure hope I'm not doing the podium interviews if it rains at the end of this race. Yeah. I think we'd get a bit of a soaking, wouldn't we, Jamie?
Oh yeah, I like it up here in the commentary box. Nice and warm.
Yeah.
Nice and warm, 22 degrees. Oh yes.
Particularly in Bahrain, it gets switched on quite often.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy commentating, but commentating in Bahrain, give me a room with a fan in it. And that's all I can say.
Yeah, I think there was a moment last year where the aircon broke at Silverstone, but everybody thought, oh, we don't need to fix it because it's wet anyway.
I think
the producers were going to call in the engineers to fix it. I was like, whoa, it's pissing the rain, mate. You don't need it. A strange moment last season in the commentary box. It's a strange moment in my commentary career, but anyway, back to the action. And Zal, and I'll tell you what, James, really closing in on those two up front. He's looking good for the victory actually on those mediums. 7.1 now behind. If he can get them to go the distance,
I don't know.
It, Jamie, because he's reeling the front two in.
If the front two at the pit again, I think Zalin can afford to turn the engine up and pit for the super softs.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Back,
oh yeah. I think 7 seconds back. Okay. So if he closes that gap down to 4 seconds, and he pits for the super softs with 10 laps to go, I think he can catch him. Oh, definitely so.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds and what everyone decides to go for. It's going to be fascinating finale. Stanley has now been hunted down by Jack Gooden by the looks of it, and Jack is now having cleared Rinky Morris, setting his sights on the back of this Mercedes driver. Can he find a way through then as we go through turn 2 and now beginning a little descent downhill into this tricky right-hander, and now along this short burst towards this high-speed left-hander. This is a real great corner, Jimmy, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It gives you a thrill in a car like this.
Oh man, I can't imagine how that corner's going to feel in the 2017 cars.
But yeah, absolutely. Forgot all about that. F1 2017, remember folks?
August 25th.
Different level from these cars.
Can't wait for my neck to be gone.
Absolutely. That's why I prefer the commentary box.
Yeah, get me in the commentary box. Thank you very much.
So Stanley running 5th and Jack getting 6th. Is there going to be a move then? Let's have a look.
I can sense a move down the main straight.
Yeah, I can, but is he close enough, Danny? That's the question.
That Haas is a bullet in a straight line.
Yeah, he is a bullet in a straight line, but is he close enough in the corners? That's the question. He's a little bit far back. It's going to have to be a late lunge, but a late lunge isn't really Jack Gooding's thing, is it?
Oh, no.
That, though, he's got a great exit out the final corner, and maybe the move is on. Homing in now at the back of Stanley, the DRS open on the Haas car, the Ferrari engine singing. Is he going to dive up the inside? He has a little look, but it's never a big enough look for Jack Gooding. He's not one to dive in the brakes too late, and he proves it again. Was that an opportunity, Jamie? If it was another driver?
I would say the gap was there, but it wasn't really the best opportunity. Only because I think the Mercedes broke a tad bit late, so Jack had to think twice and kind of turn away from the dive bomb. Well, I wouldn't call it dive bomb, but more of an opportunity to look down the inside. Still very good racing. He knows very well. It's 14 laps. Let's not do anything silly. Let's bring the car home. Let's think about our moves, and that's a very good thought process from Jack.
Yeah. Well, we've been discussing that battle. Switchy has been in, Jamie, and he's fitted the mediums to go to the end of this Grand Prix. So that's his game plan. Zalan is roughly about 16 seconds up the road from him. So when Zalan chooses to pit, if he does pit, that is, I think he will, as you say, Jamie, going to super softs at the end, then he's going to be in good position to try and come back at these guys. Don't go anywhere, folks. We could be in for a cracking finale between Zalan and the rest of the field going on a different strategy. Ritson then, he leads at the moment on a medium tyre. Zalin closing in on him at 3.4 seconds back now, really hunting him down, Jamie. He's the man on the move.
Let's see what's the I know Ritson's tires should be in full working condition as Jack tries to take a look down the inside of the Mercedes and thinks twice. And Jack's head must be really going behind that Mercedes. That Mercedes is actually quite quick in a straight line.
I tell you what, Switchy's been in the pits again.
Oh, he's been in the pits again.
What is going wrong with Switchy? No wait, that's him only just come in now, so has he been off the road previous to that? Or was that, no, am I getting mixed up with him and Shimasi?
Yeah, Shimasi was in.
Shimasi was in.
So where does that put Ritson? Oh, Ritson's really leading now. And he's followed in by Zalin. Oh, Zalin's cut the gap down to 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's cut it right down, Jenny. Right down. Actually, very interesting.
2.7 now.
Place. And Switchy, where is Switchy? I can't find him on the track.
Oh, Jack's fallen well off. Oh, Switchy's left.
He's left the session. So that's one less in the battle for the victory. We've got 12 laps to go. It's Ritson leading in. As you say, Zalin only 2.7 back now. Stanley in third with Jack Gooding, frustrated figure behind him. And no any closer, Jamie, either.
Oh no, it's fallen well off. Must have been a mistake.
Yeah, must have been a mistake. Or he's been told to back off and cool the tyres. Don't put too much pressure and cool the brakes. As Rinky Morris under pressure. Look at that. Shimasi right on him, Jamie.
Let's see.
He's going to go side by side with him now, and is Shimasi going to have to go round the long way? It looks like it.
Oy.
Not that it bothers him, he goes through easily.
Wow, around the outside he goes with the Red Bull. The Red Bull backs off kindly though, good racecraft.
Relinquished it actually.
Yeah, he backed off,
Yeah, he did. So Rinky drops to 6th, Shimasi up to 5th, Nicolo running alone in 7th. Juro's in a battle in 8th and 9th.
Oh yeah, with Tao.
That's one to watch. That could be good fun.
The battle for 9th is on. I'm just gonna.
Has Tao on the soft tyre and 8th place, and Juro on the medium tyre. So Juro has been on those tyres for a long time. Goodness me!
Oh, and just as a heads up, Ritson is in.
End of lap 2, Jamie.
Oh my! How? Jeez!
No, he's not. He's come in again. He's come in again. No, I think he's come in again. He did a 1:38 on the previous lap, so I presume that was him coming in for a brand new set.
Where does Ritson come out?
1:38.
Oh, Ritson comes out 2nd.
Yep. Juro's made a mistake and Tao closing in on him. And about for 8th into 9th as Tao he's recently put on his new set of softs. He's had them on for 4 laps, so he's going to the finish, you would think, maybe.
A bit of a push. No.
Wait! Whoa! That was interesting. That was a strange place to have a look.
Yeah.
And the the DRS, and Juro on those mediums ahead is under threat here. He's gone at B, looking in his mirrors, defending. You would think, is Tao going to have a look? Juro defends. Tao has another look, and Juro overshoots the corner. And now alongside goes Tao. They're rubbing wheels, and look at that. Tao is going to get the better of him, and the Austrian takes 8th place. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff. He crossed over just to make sure the Prix wouldn't have another look. That's some brilliant stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
And
a little bit of trading tyre paint, and it was a cracking fight.
So Ritson has come in, and Zalin is doing another lap in those mediums.
Yep, yeah.
So he's definitely going to go pit for the super softs.
Yeah, absolutely. The gap between him and Ritson, 15.8. So you think when the pit stop is made, Zalin will be about 3 or 4 seconds back. And
yeah, I'd say about 5 at most. About 5 seconds back.
5 after Ritson closes up the now on these better tyres. And then that will give Zalin the chance. Well, Ritson's on old tyres and Zalin's on fresh super softs to come straight back at him. So where do you think it is at the moment? What do you think, Jamie? Do you think that Zalin has got any possibility of winning it?
Yeah.
Do you think Ritson, what do you think? Who's a favourite? Where do the bookies place the odds now?
My money's on Zalin. I think he'll win it. I think he'll make up for what happened in Brazil. Yep, and put the power down. I think he'll catch Ritson. Wow, look at him pushing, almost losing the rear end to that corner. Nah, he's definitely coming in for the super sauce.
How many laps do they last, Jamie? Can he come in
Okay,
this soon?
a qualified set of superstars can get to the end of lap 8. So a fresh set has to be able to get to the end from this point on. But he's going to go and do another lap. So now at this point, the superstars will make it for sure.
Okay, so Zalon, you would think, coming in at the end of this lap, no activity yet down in the Manor Garage, but we're going to watch and wait and see. We do not know who's going to win this. Ritson, as we speak, still cutting that gap, Jamie, and he needs to cut it more. 14.4 at the moment, crossing the line. Is he going to slice it further? 13.9. Half a second in that sector. Jack Gooding running third, but not going to be in this fight as Shimasi closes in on him now. Good fight going on for third and fourth, Jamie.
There we go, battle for third.
Is Shimasi going to come past Jack Gooding, who's on those mediums? And Shimasi, look at the traction. Shimasi's got out of the final turn.
My
Beautiful.
Goodness me.
And he's going to easily do this. Jack Gooding is going to have to get defensive.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
But as you said,
the straight line speed of that horse.
Incredible straight line speed.
Goodness
and
me.
Shimasi left angered and disgusted because he still can't find a way through. Unbelievable.
Jack making his after why is possible he's going to look around the outside.
No,
surely not. Yeah.
And Jack Gooden covers it off. But at the moment, Jamie, it has to be said that seems like Shimasi's best chance.
Yeah.
He's got no pace in a straight line compared to the Haas. Jack Gooden obviously running lower wings as Randoms retires. It makes you think that we're going to have to see some stunning moves in the middle sector somewhere if Shimasi wants to make that move.
Look how planted his Force City looks in the corners. This is ridiculous. Definitely some high wings on that car.
Yeah, Zalon's gone again, Jamie, so he's getting towards territory where he might not pit. So Zalon goes for one more, just to be sure, as Jack Gooding runs very wide.
The grass.
And now Shimasi.
Safe travels, Jack. Oh dear, he's going well off the track.
Cracked under pressure, and Shimasi sweeps up into third place. And Jack Gooding, oh, he's struggling really badly. He's off the track again. Has he got a puncture? No.
Grass in the tires.
Maybe have serious tyre wear. And will he come in now for a set of super softs? Is he struggling that badly? He's coming in, I think. No, he's not. He stays out.
Oh no, he's not. He's
and
staying
now
out.
Rinky.
Rinky's managed to catch back up. I don't think we'll have the run on him.
Rinky's going to be on him. That's...
Jack's wings are too low.
Yep. Agreed. And interestingly, Ritson is not really capitalising the way he should be on the leader Zalon. He's actually stable at 14 seconds, and that is quite shocking, really.
But the thing is, Zalon really want to
slicing that down.
Zalon it'll be safer for him to take a super soft to the end, because I'd rather that than try and get the mediums to the end, and then they start graining and blistering, and then your lap times really start falling off.
Yep, absolutely.
So does he come in this time?
Big question.
No, he doesn't. Maybe he's going in the end.
How far is he planning on going?
Because at this point, it's pointless to pit for the super sauce.
Well, very, very, very strange to see him continue. He would probably get Ritson if he came in, but he's a bit anxious and he's choosing to continue because Ritson's not really cutting the gap. That's the truth.
Yeah, he's not cutting the gap at all.
So maybe that's it to the end between those two, and I hope not. But
I do hope Zalon
is just going a little long because he can afford to. Shimasi running alone in third now after Jack Gooding's error, and the battle on track was between Rinky and Jack, but Rinky has come into the pit lane to make another pit stop, and one which would see him go on to the super soft tire, you would think.
Yep, super soft to the end.
Yep, so Stanley, Tau and Juro coming round, and will they overtake and jump ahead of Rinky? Rinky's coming down the pit lane now, and he's about to exit from 7th place, now 8th place as Juro goes through. So that could be the battle to watch at the end of the race, Jamie. Rinky making progress back through the field. He's 8th at the moment, but in his sights is Juro, Tau and Stanley. How many of those can he get?
Good. I think he can get both of them.
It's going to be tough. He is
they're on the mediums. Unworn mediums
all
too.
Three of them. He should get Juro.
Should get Juro easily.
Rinky is 2 seconds behind Juro. He's 5 seconds behind Tau, and he's 9 seconds behind Stanley. That Stanley might be too much to ask.
Stanley might be a bit to ask, but his tires they haven't been working very well because Rinky was all over the back of Stanley on worn medium, so I can imagine he'll catch him at least at a rate of almost 2 seconds a lap.
Yep, I can confirm to you as well. Zalon has pitted, and he's fitted the super soft tires.
Here
so
we
now
go.
The chase begins. This is where the fun begins. Can Zalin close in now and beat Ritson to victory?
He's
9.9 laps
back.
to go. Can Ritson cling on? The gap at the moment, 4.6 seconds.
Oh, whoa,
you got to say
4.6.
Zalin will hunt him down.
Yeah, that good luck.
Good luck, Ritson. Zalin is coming, and that gap is going to be under 4 seconds surely by the end of this middle sector. Look at Zalin pushing over the curbs, diving all over the track, attack, and that manor is in full flow now. It's like a Christmas and birthday all at once, as Martin Brundle says, when you put on a fresh set of the softest compound available. 3.7, 9/10 in that sector alone.
In that sector. Jeez, he's on a flyer. Nah, surely Ritson can't hold that off.
Ritson's going to win. I hate to be a killjoy, but I cannot see how Ritson is going to win from there.
Oh no.
3.7. Is it going to be whittled down further then? As round the final corner comes Zalin up to the line.
3.1.
Another 6/10 of a second. This is incredible.
Took almost 2 seconds out of him in that lap.
Yep. It's a done deal really. Unless he can defend. It's so hard to overtake round here. Maybe, just maybe Ritson can cling on. We know he's got a steely mentality, Ritson. We know he likes to defend hard. Shimasi alone in third. Fourth position is Stanley. Fifth is Tau. And then the battle is beginning to shape between Joro and Rinky Morris. Sixth and seventh. And Joro under threat from Rinky, who's on those fresh super softs, doing the exact same as Zalin as they go into the penultimate turn and now head into the final turn. Jack Gooding is there as well on his fresh super soft tyres. So that 6th, 7th and 8th is going to become a great duel once more, but it's all about the battle at the front at the moment. Is the gap whittled down enough? 2.7, it's not ready yet.
Not yet.
Not just yet, but look at this, Jamie. The battle for 6th, 7th and 8th.
It's all kicking off.
From Rinky and Jack Gooding, swarming all over him on those softer compound tyres.
Whoa,
Jack Gooding goes through on Rinky, who's become AI.
Who's become AI? It looked like he backed out. How does that happen?
I think he was changing a setting because he's now driving again. And pressed the wrong button, and he's behind Jack Gooding.
Oh,
what a disaster.
What a disaster at Red Bull. Christopher Horner banging his fist in the pit wall. What happened there?
He must have put his finger on the pit limiter.
Oh.
I've seen that done before. And look at Jack Gooding all over the back of Juro through the middle sector. There's single file through here though, boys. Don't try anything silly. Jack Gooding doesn't need telling that because he is the last man to try a silly move. And look at Rinky on the grass in the background. Juro then under threat from Jack Gooding as Rinky's flying off the track, I think.
And that's it for him.
Yeah, he's off. He's took the front wing off the car. He's out of this battle.
I think that something.
Disaster.
When he backed off, there must have been something wrong with the Red Bull. As Josh trying to look around the outside of. They're taking each other out.
Oh dear, Jack's damaged the front wing and off goes Joro's front wing entirely. Joro squeezed Jack wide towards the barrier. Jack had nowhere to go and the two of them collided. That was not
good awareness.
It was terrible, and all three drivers, by the way, who were battling like crazy at the start of the lap, are all now limping home to the pits for a brand new front wing. Oh dear.
Meanwhile, the battle for first is down to 7/10 as they go to the final corner.
Yep.
Surely Zalin will have the run of Ritson here.
It's a matter of when, not if, he can get past. As Ritson now under threat, as Zalin closes in, Ritson senses the danger, goes defensive immediately. Zalin's in no rush, he's in no panic. He knows he's got 3 laps at the end of this one. 4 in total. The main
double upshifting
move.
I said he was double upshifting, a little bit of a exploit in the F1 2016 game. That's how he gets really good drives out of the corners. I have to give it to him though, fair play. Because that helps him out of the corners, and that's going to help him on the final run. The only reason they didn't get Ritson is because Ritson had DRS over the AI car. So now next lap, Risson's not going to have any help, and I think Zalin's going to have him down at turn 1 easily.
No, maybe even before that. He's all over the back of him. Let's see how Zalin's lap times have been performing him recently. Obviously the super softs are starting to go a little bit. Ritson's tyres and his lap times have been, let's have a look, he's doing mid-22s. He's actually doing not too badly, mid-22s. Zalin is doing 21s and high 20s, so we're going to see then if Zalin's tyres start to die, if Ritson can soak up the pressure that is being exerted. And now Zalin is coming into the penultimate turn. Can he find a way through? He's lining up Ritson, stalking him, the Hungarian driver, at his home track. What a story this would be. Can he find a way through and send the grandstands into raptures? Ritson goes defensive already. Zalin chooses not to follow the toe until now. Is he going to do it at home? Zalin goes to the outside. Ritson's going to have to defend hard. Lay on the brakes. What about the switchback? He's forced to go the long way round. Ritson's not having any of it. And then he goes side. Zalin, is he going to take the lead away? Oh, home circuit. He does.
Oh, yes. Just barely. Ritson tried to hold it around the outside, but they will bung in. I think that's Zalin straight through into the lead, and that's going to be it.
He leads the Hungarian Grand Prix in Hungary. What a story, but he runs wide. And Ritson will snatch the place back again. Oh, what a minute. And all the hearts sink. The thundering thud in the grandstand is sinking hearts as Zalin drops back into second place. And everybody in the grandstand who rose to their feet have now planted their bums back on seats. Jamie, what are your thoughts on that era?
He got taking the race lead must have gone to his head. He got a bit too excited. It's not the end of the race, champ. He's still got one more opportunity though. He can still get the crowd back on their feet. He just needs to get a good run and hook it around the outside and try it all over again. He still has a tire life, by the way.
He started last. He was disqualified for a technical infringement with his car in qualifying. He's now started 21st, and now he's lining up for the victory. Take two. Is there going to be a move this time? Ritson defends hard to the inside. Zalin switches back to the outside. Almost Schumacher Barrichello. Zalin tries to go down the outside. We're on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, and Ritson still clings on for now. But Zalin pulls alongside, and surely this time he's going to take the lead. Ritson Barrichello. He back moves again.
Ritson holds it around the outside.
And Ritson battles on and continues to frustrate the Hungarian driver and Hungarian supporters in the grandstand. Here in his home circuit, Zalin is being frustrated by a determined and brave and battling Ritson, the British driver, clinging on for dear life on the penultimate lap of this race. It's not been a classic, but it's quickly turning into one, Jamie, isn't it?
Yeah, it quickly is. The final laps. And you can imagine how Zalin's head must be well gone with that defending from Ritson. It was good defending. He put his car in the right position and Zalin couldn't get past. Now it's his last opportunity. Can Zalin get that move done on Ritson on the final lap in front of the home crowd? They're going through the final, they're headed towards the penultimate corner now. And he has to slingshot out of this corner. He has to get a good run in the next final corner. Because this is the corner that matters the most in the circuit. This is where it's gonna be make or break. He's been getting a good run out of this corner though. Okay, here we go. On board, Ritson goes immediately defensive.
Already Ritson goes defensive, and is Zalin going to follow the toe? He chooses not to again. Zalin's tires must be shot. He can't get around the corner. He's going to go for the switchback on Ritson. He's going to try the outside this time, is he? Here we go.
Yes, here we go.
Outside. This is basically his final chance. Round the outside of Ritson. Ritson will hang out to dry. Zalin tries to cut back.
And he's done it.
And loses traction. And Ritson still leads. And the Hungarian support are growing ever more frustrated. The fairy tale victory, starting last and winning the race at home, is slipping away for Zalin. He was hot favourite from the pit stops, but now he's struggling. He's got one more chance, Jamie, and that's at the end of Sector 2, surely.
Yeah, that's his final chance. He's going to have to get the run of his life.
What a battle, what a duel at the end of this trial race, a trial race, ladies and gentlemen. And Zalin is now waiting for the moment. This is it. He's got to throw it in here, and throw it in he does. He's getting a run, holding in closer and closer to Ritson. Now he has to just shape it then for the final corners, and it's looking difficult.
Oh, Ritson's run a bit wide.
Will he dive for the inside? He tries. Ritson's still there. They're going to go
surely not.
Into the final corner. Ritson by no more than an inch, and he's going to do it surely through the final corner. Ritson wins an absolute classic to deny Zalin the home favourite. Victory from the back of the grid. What a result from Zalin. What a drive, but somehow he misses out. Initially, the reaction from the crowd is devastation, but then it's realisation of a special drive from the back, and he gets a huge standing ovation from the grandstands. Shimasi is going to come home third. Disappointing, really, given the way he started. Stanley is going to be a distant fourth, with Tau crawling round with a puncture, Jamie, I think, on the final lap. A left rear puncture, and that will promote Nicolo into 5th place. Nicolo 5th.
That was a good ending.
Home in 6th, but that might not be 6th for long because Jack Gooding is coming at him with RWE on his tail, and Switchy as well. Switchy's a lap down, but RWE and Jack Gooding are going to come through, you would think.
Wow, I'm just looking at the stream comments. What a fight between Ritson and Alan. Jeez, that had been on the edge of my seat.
That was absolutely incredible. And right enough, Tao is just going to beat Jack Gooding, I think. He is, even with that puncture, he gets there ahead of him. Jack Gooding 7th, RWE 8th. What a duel at the finish. Be sure to watch that one back. Cracking fight. But Ritson beats Allen by half a tenth. Jamie.
Wow, the fastest lap, 20.8. My goodness me. These guys are flying. Zalin was on a mission, but he just couldn't get the job done. That was brilliant defending from Ritson. That was it. That was brilliant defending.
Oh, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, that rounds off this trial race. At times exciting, at times enthralling, at times less so. But we enjoyed it. It was a cracker. And that ends the trial races. Well, there might be more in the future in the run-up to F1 2017. But Ritson wins this one from Zalin. And be sure to join us next weekend. The weekend coming for ILR1 and ILR2. ILR2 kicking us off, Jamie. First of all, at 5:30 for the final round of the championship.
Yes, sir.
We already know the world champion is Michelangelo, but kicking off at 5:30, we will have Abu Dhabi, the final round of this championship. And then the big one, Jamie, ILR1 taking centre stage this week, 7 o'clock. 1 point in it between the two title protagonists. Make sure you join us for both of those on the live streams from Inside Line Racing. So that was me, Ginger Andy, and Jamie Mubata enjoying an absolutely fantastic race. We will see you again next week, or this weekend.
Oh yeah, this weekend and Sunday. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys then.